Okay, I'm all excited about this. All right, this is Paul Slackus, and this is good news. And it's Russ Berrie, if I say that right, Making a Difference Award announces honorees for the 27th annual ceremony 11. Ceremony 11, New Jersey Community Changemakers recognized for exceptional services to others. I hope I said that right. Meredith Lee is going to start us off, and correct me if I said anything incorrect. You're the program director of the Russ Berrie Making a Difference Award. So welcome everybody, and tell us about the good news here, please.
Sure. Well, thank you, Paul. We really appreciate having the chance to talk with you today. So the Russ Berrie Making a Difference Award, this is our 27th year. It's a really unique program that was set up in 1997 by Russell Berrie, who is a New Jersey-based entrepreneur and CEO of the Russ Company, toy and gift company that was really revolutionary in the way they changed that industry. Russ was an extremely generous man. He saw that so many people in our communities around New Jersey were doing great things for their neighbors, for the community. They were stepping up in times of crisis. They were reaching out to make sure that others had their basic needs met. And he really wanted to honor those folks and even go beyond honoring them, giving them a tangible gift to recognize all the sacrifices they had made in the form of a cash award. So this has been going on for 27 years. We have over 419 people who've been honored. And the group that you'll meet today is in our absolutely wonderful 2023 honorees. And we honored 11 individuals this year from basically North Jersey, South Jersey, from cities and smaller towns. And, we're just thrilled for their stories to get out because they're doing amazing work on many, many different issues and really making our state a better and more welcoming place.
All right, New Jersey and you and me and everyone on this call. Well, Meredith, why don't you tell who do you think we should start with? You're now the host.
Oh gosh. Okay. Well, I'm looking at my screen here. So the first one up on my screen is Claudia Wheeler from East Brunswick. Claudia has just an amazing story of service. She is, I know, an incredibly busy woman. She is out teaching. She's an elementary school teacher, and she is leading a wonderful organization called SALT Foundation. And Claudia, I will turn it over to you to talk about what SALT Foundation does and how you are helping communities.
Hi, Paul, good afternoon. And Pamela and Riley and Meredith, nice to see you guys this afternoon. I'm actually coming from dismissing my student. So I am a veteran school teacher, mom, and I started SALT Foundation about 5 years ago after working with my church. And I've been doing the work for about 16 years now. But with my church, I started giving food to the community by rescuing it from Trader Joe's and Walmart and Wegmans, so many different places. During COVID, and I'm shortening it up here, but during COVID, it grew to such a huge taking. I was already driving many miles daily to pick up food 7 days a week, which doesn't seem like work to me, servicing the community. It grew to the point where there are more pickups now to feed those in mainly Hudson County. I've done Somerset County, Mercer County, where I am a teacher in Trenton, New Jersey, my own Middlesex County, families in need, families that need help, and the resources have grown from that. Not only food, Walmart also provides clothing, furniture, just different things that, they just ask me, and if I can take the items, I do. And I mainly do because working in the community so much, I know, I sense the need. People talk to me more, and I'm able to reach out to organizations that actually need that type of help as well. But SALT Foundation was started and named because salt is just sort of like a seasoning. It actually gives more flavor to everything that's being done. And it works best when it's working with other community organizations and other people and tons of volunteers. And I absolutely love doing it. I'm honored to be a part of the amount of honorees from past and the current ones, which they are phenomenal. But this is, to me, it's very amazing.
Wowie, I love it. That's magnificent. Congratulations to you and all the lucky and fortunate people that you're helping throughout New Jersey. You're blessed. So thank you very much for doing that. All right, Meredith, who do you feel we should? I mean, everybody's so phenomenal. All the 11. Now I see what the 11. There was 11 awardees. Did I have that right? Okay.
Yes, this year we had 11 people honored, 11 honorees this year.
Magnificent. Okay, who do you think? Who should we go to now?
Well, I'm looking up at my screen and I see Pamela next.
And she does. You're
yeah.
good.
Pamela is an amazing advocate, community activist, leader in the field of anti-violence, and really supporting communities from a public health perspective to see how we can kind of stem the factors that are causing communities to have problems with violence. And she has just done amazing work. So I will introduce Pamela Johnson.
Wow, thank you. And thank you.
Thank you so much, Meredith. Nice to see you, Paul. How are you?
I'm good. I'm feeling good.
Good. And definitely, it's amazing seeing my fellow honorees once again, Claudia and Riley. Congratulations once again. Yes, my name is Pamela Johnson. I am born and raised in Jersey City. In 2014, we felt the need to develop an anti-violence organization due to all the violence that was happening in our community in Jersey City. Most importantly, only in certain communities in Jersey City. Violence is basically concentrated in impoverished neighborhoods in the city, just like any urban community across the nation. And we just wanted to be a part of the change that we wanted to see. Not sounding like a cliche, but that's exactly what we wanted to see. And as a former gun violence survivor, I just truly felt the need to assist my brothers and sisters in this fight, to not only heal from what happened to you, but get treated so you can live your best life going forward in the future. We run anti-violence prevention as the main focus of our coalition. Then intervention, conflict resolution, and de-escalation. We work very well with our law enforcement, our community leaders and parishioners in churches and leaders in the church, and just regular residents who want to see some change in their community. And we believe that it starts with us. And so, we're 9 years in and just continuing to serve in the way that we know how. And that's just giving back to our community.
Wow. And you said you had some violence occur in your life, and you're out there helping others. You're such a good group here. It's so nice to get a chance. Actually, I've been making shows for 50 years. That's CBS and PBS. I've made over 6,000 shows. But I didn't have Meredith with me. I would have had 7,000 if I would have had her. So the point is, there's so much good in the world. And I think that's what we're talking about here. You have 11 here, awardees, but you could have had 11,000 awardees in New Jersey, if not 11 mil, or you don't have that many people, but you could have 111,000. So that's the good news. There's some, what they say, difficult apples in the bushel. Or just one is even enough to be a problem. But the world is at peace. I would imagine peace. Yoko Ono gives to me. So, we're into the peace mood and movement. And the world is peaceful. Are we really be in trouble? There's just a few, and we need to hug them, find them, help them from hurting themselves and are hurting others. In this world, and then those that don't have, like so far what we're talking about, Claudia, give them something, give them a table, give them a chair, give them food and so on. We're all in it together. So, Riley, I'm gonna go for Riley, but you tell me about Riley first, Meredith. Oh no!
Yeah. So Riley Howerton of Vineland, she has been an activist since she was you're 17 years old, Riley. So, since she was a small child, her heart has really been open to the fact that, you know, people struggle. Sometimes people get labeled unfairly. The words that we use to describe each other can be hurtful, and can cause more division. And she has a great platform for teaching us how to be more inclusive. So I will turn it over to Riley.
Hi, Paul. How are
Hi,
you?
I'm good. Thank you, Riley.
So I'm the founder of Choose Wise Words, and it has been part of my life since I was 9. So we're coming up on 8, almost 9 years now that since Choose Wise Words has been created. And it started while I was at a dance recital. So I used to dance a while ago, and 2 girls were messing around, and one said, "Hey, stop acting so retarded," to the other one. And the mom jumped in and was like, "Hey, we don't use that word." And my sister jumped in, and we tried to educate them on the fact that I'm diagnosed on the autism spectrum, and it's something that you can't physically see on the outside, but it is something that, you know, it's a neuro, disability that you can't see it. And their mom jumped in and said, "Well, they didn't mean it that way." And, we let the situation die out a little bit, and we went to the dance instructor and we informed her of the situation. And she was more mad at the fact that we tried to educate them on why we don't use the words. She was more mad that we did that instead of the fact that the girls were using that word in the first place. So she kind of aimed it in the wrong direction. So later that night, my mom helped me go through the process of understanding that, it wasn't meant towards me, and they weren't trying to hurt me personally, but I did take offense to the word that they used. So we created Choose Wise Words because I was only 9. So with the help of my mom, we created this. And I've gone and I've talked to over 100 people, sometimes 600 people. I actually just talked to over 1,500 people at autism awareness convention. So I talked to really large groups. I talked to schools, clubs, anyone that would listen to me. And I educate them that the words that have been normalized over the year and, from society that is now labeled as okay words to use, that you can replace those words with words that won't hurt people. So like silly, wonky, goofy, bonkers, those words no one can take offense to those words. They're nice and sweet, but over the years, I found that it was very hard to educate little children on not only developmental delays and autism and mental health issues, but also why these words can hurt people based off of their disability, their sexuality, their religion, like everything. People can take offense to words. So it's really important that we dive deep into the words we use and teaching kids why we shouldn't use these words when they hear adults using them. I had to go at a different angle to really educate them. So I wrote a book at 12, 13 years old to try and educate them, which is Choose Wise Words. And it's available on Amazon if anyone wants to go purchase it. I donate all of the proceeds that I do get from the books to organizations that enhance the lives of those on the autism spectrum. So all of my proceeds go straight through and to go and help other people.
Wow. And did you want to say something else? I'm sorry.
Yeah, so and if you can't find it on Amazon, I do have a website, which is choosewisewords.com, that you can officially buy my book and schedule either Zoom calls or for me to come and speak to a school if you would like, or any club, and feel free to do that.
Okay, well, that's magnificent. You should know that, the people that have autism, I believe, and Asperger's and things like that are geniuses in many, 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 many cases,
Yeah.
and their brain is moving so fast that they can't get the words to match the brain. And I have a friend, Temple Grandin, who's quite well known for out there and one of the leaders in autism. And I've done many, many shows on autism and Asperger's. And so, it is what it is. We have to all be kind and loving to each other. And I think what you're saying about, and words can hurt. We also have been involved because we do the World Peace Day concerts. And I've been doing it for 22 years. And I've always been in this positive, life affirming, share the positiveness of life thought process. And so, I tell people I'm stressed out from so much good news because there's so many people doing so many good things in this world, thank God. And you're starting, in your case, a young age, taking Pamela, an experience that happened with you and Claudia and Meredith overseeing all this. You're all doing really, really, really well. And I'm so honored to get a chance to speak with you all. And we're a broadcaster. We'll take over Times Square on September 21st and do a worldwide show, which we usually have Central Park as well. And so you'll be welcome to join us, and we'll continue. We're long-term people. We're not what you're doing. And I have a buddy over there, Chuck Saya, is You Got This Kid, another great nonprofit out of there, and good friends of ours. They were just in our Earth Day program, and then they read from a book for young people. You should know about it. Words of advice for young leaders. All right, and they had some young kids read it. There's just a lot of good things. So all I can say, we're here to support whatever you're doing in the future. If you have something you want to send me an email, you can get my email and send it to me. If there's an event, if we're able to come down, we'll come down and live. So just keep it up. Any questions for me that I might answer right now for you all?
Could you tell us what World Peace Day is about and who you bring together?
Sure. So actually, it's a United Nations International Day of Peace. The declared day, 193 countries agreed to it. And it started way back in 1984. It got reinvigorated in 2002 with a resolution in the United Nations to have a day for peace. And this is called an International Day of Peace. And the request on that day is at 12 noon to have a moment of silence. So I have Ringo Starr gets and request virtually, because I can't bring Ringo into Times Square or into Central Park at this level scenario. And ask for a moment of silence. The request is for a ceasefire in the schools, in the streets, in the countries, worldwide, and to take a moment, pause the world for a moment of silence, and do acts of kindness. And that's what the International Day of Peace stands for. And there's about 2 billion people that are aware of it now. I'm dedicated to literally pausing the world on September 21st at 12 noon and giving it utilizing media, which I've been in all these years, to help that. And we create a human peace sign, did the largest one in Times Square. Join us on September 21st is when we'll do that one. We just did Earth Day on the 22nd of April. And that was a big event. And we have a lot of celebrity participants because there's these peace messengers, Shakira and Stevie Wonder and Michael Douglas and Leonardo DiCaprio and Jane Goodall. They have names. And then we have a lot of people that do very, very well. Also that are part of it, and corporations are part of it. We're just promoting the good. That's it. All right.
Well, thank you so much for having us on.
Okay, now, thank you very much for being part of this, and we'll get to make it happen and go forwards here and put it on.
Great.
All right,
Thanks.
thanks so much. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Take care. Keep up the great work. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a blessed day,
Thanks.
everyone.
Thanks, you too. Bye-bye.
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 Bye-bye.